Hi friends, I'm a ktuber and you are you and welcome back to a new video on my channel. Before I say anything else, please note that these tips all come from my own personal experience. These tips may work for 2 people or 200 people, so keep in mind that these may not be of use to you. Also, this is the second video I'm making on this topic, so I'll link the first part, ktuber 101, in the top right of the screen and also in the description. Okay, let's start again now that's out the way. Hi, you want tips for K-pop YouTube? I got ya. This is a collection of questions you guys asked me, changes in my thoughts since the first video, and overall some new tips that I haven't mentioned yet. But let's just begin. If you do use your own voice or a text-to-voice generator in your videos, then please consider adding subtitles. Some people have bad hearing, listen to YouTube on a lower volume, or sometimes the words just don't make sense. Adding subtitles is very easy to do and can be done in either of 2 ways. This can be done through either adding text in your videos to act as subtitles, or adding them in YouTube afterwards. I'll show you how to add subtitles on the YouTube website/app. They're both the same. It's as easy as that. But now let's change this out for the second part. When adding subtitles, or just long pieces of text, please leave them on the screen long enough that we can read it. I've had to pause videos sometimes just to read all of the text that's on the screen. Not all of us can read 100 words in 10 seconds, y'all. Like I said in the first video, you want viewers that may turn to subscribers, and large amounts of text may make them click off your video. Not many know this, but the first 10 seconds are crucial to your videos going in the algorithm. The more people that click off in the first 10 seconds, the less likely your videos are to be shown to potential viewers. So don't put large amounts of text that look boring to read in this crucial part of the video. But back to the subtitles. They're easy if you know what you're doing with them when editing them. For example, when using a text-to-voice generator like Ilan, you can just go at the pace of the voice. But when not using a generated voice, I like to read the text on the screen out loud before deciding the duration that it should be on the screen for. I also read it slightly slower than my natural reading pace, as I typically read quite quickly. This helps me to get an understanding of how long each subtitle should be on the screen for, so everyone has a chance to read it all. One quick final thing about subtitles is how you present them on screen. They shouldn't be too small or too big, nor should they entirely blend into the background. But you also don't want them to take up the entire screen. To make text easier to read, you can add a slight shadow behind the text. This helps make it stand out and therefore be easier for your viewers to read. This second point is kinda a given, but please don't be rude in the comments of other KTubers videos. This isn't just referring to myself. but I've gone onto the comment section of videos from other ktubers, and I've seen some bad comments from other ktubers, and I mean bad y'all. If someone makes a mistake in their video, then don't always point them out in a harsh way. I'm sure that like me, most people are welcome to constructive criticism, but saying that your editing is terrible, you should be more like X, or no you're wrong, your opinion is wrong. Like no, what's wrong is you thinking it's alright to comment that. I'm also going to comment on getting hate in this section, as it's something that a subscriber asked me to go through. My channel is just over a year old, so I haven't received much hate so to speak. I think that this mainly comes from making videos where you include your own opinions, which you are perfectly entitled to. Everyone in the world isn't always going to agree with one opinion in the exact same way. If a comment does bug you, even if this isn't on a video on your own channel, then do remember that you can always report it. Most of the time, I find that ignoring a user for a period of time typically leads to them getting bored of having no response from you. So that's what I would recommend next. Or you can always reply to them, asking why they commented that, or even go back and comment something else. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but it can be effective if done properly. Something that I think a lot of ktubers are doing recently is making some of the most extravagant backgrounds to go around their video. They will usually spend ages, sometimes hours, or even days, making a background with a designated green screen where they can insert the K-pop video. For example, people I watched have recently been loving retro-related items and so make that be the background/framing for all their videos. Before anyone starts coming at me in the comments, this is in no way any hate that has been targeted towards anyone. I personally just think that most of the time, viewers watch for the actual video content rather than looking at a pretty background. However, I do still understand that it is the editing, and therefore also the background, which helps your video to stand out amongst other ktubers. However, if done properly, the background can actually help to complement the video. An example of this is aimeteezer, who in some videos, she changes the frame depending on the video that's playing, whilst still having the video be large enough that you can actually see it. So I'm not saying that everyone should suddenly go back to basics of just a video with white text in the middle saying the song name or whatever. It's just that sometimes simple is better for keeping your viewers interested. I know that personally. I don't really care all that much about the background of the video I'm watching, but I know some people do. So I would just focus on catering to your specific audience. Something I regret when I look back on my older videos is the framing of the clips used. I even made this mistake in my ktuber 101 video, which is kinda embarrassing for me to think of. Sometimes music videos have a border around them, or these cinematic black lines at the top or bottom of the screen, and this can be easily fixed by just zooming in a little on that video, or adding your own border to every clip used. I'd personally go with the first option, as sometimes these borders can look out of place/be distracting to the actual content you're making. This point leads us back to the last section where I talked about having a simple frame or background to your videos. I'm sure there are many videos on YouTube talking about copyright, and how it affects your channel, but since people asked for it, I will give my view on copyright and the impact it has on me making my videos. For people that don't know, this is the textbook definition of what copyright is, but to put it in simpler terms, it means that you can't just upload content that isn't yours. This helps to prevent plagiarism on YouTube and allows creators to keep their own content. Not only is this with the actual video, but also the audio. The main thing with copyright is that your video can't be monetized, aka you can't make money off of it. This is why you will typically see only short amounts of videos playing in ktubers videos. To avoid copyright, I typically use 7 seconds of a video, or 8 seconds with a 0.5 second transition either side. But like I said earlier, copyright doesn't only apply to audio. In my ktuber 101 video, I originally used fancams for the background, but Mnet blocked the video from being seen by you guys, because I used their videos in the background, which is why there's some dodgy editing as I had to change it back to the music videos. sync up the audio again, and then also fix the framing. So copyright sucks. Another example of copyright blocking one of my videos is my top 50 songs from the first half of 2022 inches. The audios for Wonderland, She's the Boss and Mason all had to be cut out due to copyright. Whilst YouTube does have a tool that cuts out the audio for you, or allows you to replace it with a different audio, I find it easier to just cut out the audio yourself when editing. This section's already getting kinda long, so if you have any questions about copyright then do comment them below. I'll try to answer it, and if not, I'm sure another ktuber will. 1. Check your videos before uploading. Sometimes you might notice a last-minute mistake. 2. Set your videos to private before making them public. This lets you watch it from a viewer's perspective to check for mistakes. 3. Experiment with your editing in the beginning. Not all ktubers are experienced editors when they first start, so play around with your software whilst you have a smaller audience to develop your own style. This can be trying different font combinations, different transitions, or even different filters. 4. Even after gaining a viewership, you can still play around with your editing. Putting lines or squares, adding an idol's picture, layering fonts over each other, these can all help to make your videos more pleasing to the eye. 5. Most of the time free editing softwares are just as good as paid softwares. I personally use the free app, InShot, which caters for all my editing needs. 6. Making ktuber friends isn't as scary as you may think. The way I started off was by commenting on each video other ktubers uploaded. After a while I shot my shot on Instagram and sent them a DM. Most people are typically friendly enough to talk to you, and then you can develop your friendship from there. Try finding things you have in common, such as a favorite group, or favorite K-pop song. It's like making friends in real life, but just through the screen. 7. Before I started being more open to collabs, I noticed not many ktubers had a collab form, so I made my own. But now a lot of ktubers that are open to collabs have a collab form, so don't be afraid to fill it in and wait for a response. 8. Be patient. If you DM another ktuber asking for a collab, or comment asking a question, most people lead busy lives, so please be patient and don't demand an answer immediately. 9. Google Forms and Survey Heart are both good ways of engaging with your audience. It's how a lot of ktubers make me versus my subscribers videos. 10. When making a video with sections, for example a K-pop stan list video, please include the category on the screen at all times. Most of the time some people forget what the current category is, which may make them lose interest in watching. 11. Being a ktuber can be a very stressful thing, so remember to take breaks when you want/need to, or just not upload for a week or two. Most viewers understand that you need a break, so they'll be waiting for you for when you're ready to upload again. 12. Don't feel pressured to listen to a group's music if you don't like them. This may come as a shock to you, but I've listened to groups I've never heard of before just to keep up with the current K-pop trends. It's stupid, y'all. Listen to whoever you want. That's a wrap for this video. Similar to the first one, if you have any questions then feel free to comment them below, or if you're a ktuber yourself, then comment some of your own advice. I know there's a lot I missed out in this video, but do also let me know if you want a part 3 to this mini series on my channel, and the kind of stuff you'd want me to go through in it. Have a good rest of your day besties, and I'll see you in my next video. Emma signing out.